Hello and a warm welcome to everyone, friends, followers and fans on AIFF TV for yet another very special episode on this platform. We trust everyone are safe at home and do take care of all your loved ones and stay safe and stay at home, wear your masks properly. Well, as you all know, that the Indian national team is now gearing up to be traveling to Doha for the traveling for the June qualifiers, for the FIFA World Cup qualifiers, which also one of the qualifiers for the AFC Asian Cup China 2023. They have assembled out here, so we thought best to be having in someone who's been quite a household name in Indian football for a long time, since his exploits in the FIFA Under-17 World Cup. Obviously, Dheeraj Singh would be our guest today. We are waiting for Dheeraj to be joining us. Dheeraj Singh, 01, there we go. We have sent him already a request, waiting for him to be joining us very soon. Dheeraj has been coming up with one stellar performance after the other, and that started with the Under-17 World Cup, and then he continued each and every time. The last exploits which we had was at the AFC Champions League, where we drew huge praise for us. Each and every of the teams and coaches, rival teams and coaches, did mention about Dheeraj, and there the star player joins us. Dheeraj, lovely to see you.
Yeah, good to see you, Sardar.
Thank you so much for joining us. For ladies and gentlemen, all of the fans, just need to let you know that Dheeraj is joining up from isolation under the bio bubble in Delhi, gearing up to be traveling to Doha day after. Dheeraj, is that right?
Yeah.
How has life been in quarantine? Because all the players, almost a year in quarantine and bubble. You people, everyone should be writing a book about it, I guess.
It's totally different experience as you compare to the usual one, and it's not easy. It's very difficult. You're staying in a Bible for a long time, and we have no options. And first of all, the safety is our own priority. So we have no option, and the most importantly, we're able to get matches. We're able to go through the proper ISL. That's the most important thing for us. Being a player, playing game, training inside the pitch is more important for us, and it's a kind of sacrifice we have done. So okay, it's a part of sacrifice.
Yeah, absolutely. As you say, a sacrifice being done in Delhi, in the present bubble that you are. All safe out there, safe and sound out there.
Yeah. Everyone is there. Everyone is following the SOP, and everyone is taking our own safety. So I'm enjoying my quarantine here.
No other option. Just for the information of everyone, the team is supposed to be flying off day after conducting mandatory RT-PCR test as per the health parameters of the Qatar Health Ministry, and therein the team would be flying. Dheeraj is one of the probables who have gathered in Delhi. Well, Dheeraj, you being the fan favorite, a lot of questions have come in, so we start one by one. This is a generic question from our side. You became quite a household name after the Under-17 World Cup. What did the sudden rise to stardom do to you? Did it change you? What did it do? Everyone said Dheeraj. What did it mean and what did it do to you?
Obviously, it was a good feeling, but I know it's just the starting of my career, and I don't want to get carried away with these stuffs. And I have a very long way to go. I'm very young, and I take it like an appreciation for all the hard work and effort that I put in last 4 or 5 years. And I know I have to work hard, and it's a kind of motivation for me to work more harder and do well in my future.
Definitely. How old are you at the moment?
I'm 21 now.
21. My goodness. Once upon a time, long centuries back, I was 20. Well, for all of everyone's information, Dheeraj, in fact, has been with the AIFF Academy for long. And Dheeraj, could you take us through to that match? I believe you were a 13 or a 14-year-old when India won the Under-16, Under-15 SAF in Kathmandu, and you played a stellar role in that champ. You are the youngest one out there, making up some blind saves. Jerry Lalrinzola scoring that scorcher from outside the box. Full house at the Kathmandu Stadium.
Yeah, this one of the sweetest moment in my life. And yeah, I was just 14 and I was one of the most youngest player in the squad. And playing in front of more than 25, 15 years, being 14 years old is something very big. And you couldn't ask more than that playing with, I mean, in front of 25 to 30,000 in 14 years is something, a big thing. And yeah, we did well in that tournament and we won the cup. And that was one of the sweetest moments in my life.
Surely sweeter moments do await you, Dheeraj, without any doubt that we all can guarantee, and God bless you on that. Moving to a fan question, Dheeraj, it's RAMS Rams underscore I, and the individual asked, what inspired you to start as a goalkeeper when you started playing football? Because very few people choose the sport under the bar.
I never knew that I would become a professional player or a goalkeeper. I was just a seasonal player who plays a different kind of sports. Before I started playing football, I usually play cricket with my cousin brothers in front of our courtyard. So I used to play as a wicketkeeper. So I love catching the ball, diving and jumping stuff. And there is one local coach in our locality. So his name is Surender. So every Sunday, he conducted a football coaching. So I started attending his coaching, and one day, I was training like a regular player, doing all the stuff like an outfield player. And one day he came late in the training, so we had nothing to do inside the pitch. So my friends were just kicking the balls inside the goalpost, and I really didn't know like what made me to go inside the post. And I was stopping the balls, I was catching the ball, I was diving, and he saw me from distance. And he asked me, "Are you interested to become a goalkeeper? You look good and tall, and if you want, I can give you the goalkeeping training." So I said, "Why not? I'll try." And since that, I started doing the goalkeeping stuffs, and I catch up very well with him.
So this is a crisscross story. Mahendra Singh Dhoni started as a goalkeeper, moved on to be a wicketkeeper. Dheeraj Singh started as a wicketkeeper in school and moved on to be the national team goalkeeper.
Yeah.
It's a crisscross.
Yeah.
It's a crisscross. Okay, lovely. The next question comes from Yash Rathore. And how and in which competition did you get scouted for the team which eventually played the Under-17 World Cup?
And there, I think I'm not sure about the year, but I think it is in 2011, and there was a tournament called AIFF Under 14 Festival organized by the AIFF. I represented Manipur in the tournament in Kolkata. From there, I got selected, and since that, I've been training with the AFF youth setup, and I have no words how to express, and how thankful to AIFF for giving us a good platform to develop myself in the best way. That's how I started, playing and get into a preparation for the World Cup.
Get into the preparation for the World Cup. Was it in Calcutta or was it in Kalyani, I guess?
Yeah, Kalyani,
the Under 14. Yeah, that's my hometown. So you're taking it away from my hometown. I remember the Manipur team even at Jananda at that time. Manipur. There was a huge scouting network comprising of Colin Joseph Toll, Mr. Scott O'Donnell, Francisco, Mr. Sabio Medera, all of them around 14 scouts from AIFF were positioned out there.
Yeah, there were more than hundreds of players inside the game.
Yeah. I remember vividly that under the 14 festival. A lot of love coming in from Kerala Blasters fans for you. Mr. Goking Cookie says love from Laikot Chajang, Manipur. Maybe he knows you. We come to Mr. Gunjal's question a bit later. Mr. Andrew has a question for you, and he asks, how much did you gain in confidence, the journey to the World Cup, which happened? Means how much did it change you as a player?
The Under-17 World Cup was the biggest platform in our age group. There's no more bigger tournament than that. And if you look at the results, we're not able to give a good result. We played 3 games and we're not able to deliver any result. But the most important thing, the positive point was like we had a lot of things to learn from it, and we gained a lot of confidence as a player and also as a person. And just right after the World Cup, we had an opportunity to play in I-League. That's a good transition, playing from a youth setup and directly to a proper professional league. And I think that was a very good momentum for us to carry the confidence from World Cup and to execute that confidence in the I-League. It was a very good momentum for all of us.
Very good momentum. Certainly, in fact, every player speaks about that Indian Arrows project, which was revived then. You mentioned, Dheeraj, that it helped you gain confidence, have a lot of learnings which you had. Could you explain what kind of learnings are you hinting
at? Honestly, when you play with the bigger team, you can't afford to make small mistakes. And I feel when I look at we get to the World Cup matches, like most of the goals were conceded because of our own mistake. So small mistakes. So that's what we learn. Like we can't afford to do any kind of small mistakes when we are playing with the bigger team, and we have to stay concentrated till the last whistle is blown. So that's what we learn.
That's very well said. Lapses of concentration always causes the team dear. You are now part of the national team setup. Obviously, you're still waiting for your international debut. We all hope it will be coming. You'll be getting it surely. So, what are the learnings or what experiences from the senior national team setup? Does it is there pride in it? Is there satisfaction in it? What's the challenge all clubbed together? How do you describe that?
I feel really happy to be part of this. To be part of the national team, and it is an honor for me to get this opportunity in a very young age, and I get to learn a lot of things from the senior players, and getting an opportunity to play or train with the best goalkeeper in the league. Like we have Amrinder Pazi, we have Gurpreet Pazi, like I think it's very important things for me, like getting trained with them, and I'm looking forward to learn a lot of things from them in and off the pitch. Even I'm learning off the pitch how to maintain myself and how to eat good food, and this kind of things I'm learning from them. And it's an honor for me to share the dressing room with the bigger player, like big players.
Are you the naughty boy around, given your age?
Sorry?
Are you the naughty boy around, given your age?
I don't think I'm not the naughtiest guy.
Not the naughtiest, but maybe a bit naughty. In fact, we asked Suresh about some anecdotes from about yourself. He says, Dheeraj only smiles, he never jokes.
It could be possible.
So what does the talk involve when you, Gurpreet, Amrinder, when you talk with them? What do you try to grasp from them when you interact with them or practice with them?
First of all, I still remember when I get the first call for the senior national team, they congratulate me, and they welcome me like welcome to the family, and you've been doing good, and you have lots to learn, and they're very nice to me, and they keep on motivating me what to do, and even they rectify my mistake during the training and tell me what to do, what not to do, what is better for me, what is not better for me. That's very important, and that's a huge learning curve for me, training with them.
Did you watch Alisson Becker heading the ball yesterday night?
Yeah, I saw it. The goal in 94th minute, the dying minute. Wonderful goal.
What's your reaction? Someday in the near future, maybe once in your lifetime, you want to do the same?
Yeah, if I get any kind of opportunity, yeah, I would love to. Yeah, I love to do the same thing.
In fact, we were chatting with Gurpreet this morning. He said, I only hope such a situation does not arise. But if it arises, I'll be there. And but I would leave it to Mr. Sunil Chhetri. He heads the ball better than me, was Gurpreet's morning comment when we called him up. That's nice. So what sort of healthy competition is there between Gurpreet and Amrinder and Dheeraj? Because whatever the feeling around among critics, among fans is that the goalkeeping department of the Indian national team is very secure, and there are also other people waiting in the wings. Only the best get out there. And people say it's a very healthy competition between the three of them, and in fact, all the rest. So tell us more about what it is. Means how do you compete with, as a young guy, how are you competing with them?
Honestly speaking, we have a very good goalkeepers in India, even in the senior national team and even in the league. Many good goalkeepers are coming up, and we have a very tight competition among ourselves. And we all know that Gurpreet Pazi and Aminder Pazi is currently one of the best goalkeeper in India right now. And see, like I'm very young. So I have lots of areas where I need to improve. I have to keep learning, seeing Gurpreet Pazi playing and Aminder Pazi playing. So it's a very tough competition and a tough challenge for me, for every goalkeeper, because they have set that benchmark. So we have more years to work on to reach that benchmark. So hopefully, I'm waiting for my chance. So I have to use every kind of opportunity that is coming towards me, and try to use them in the best way.
So it's a very healthy competition, but that won't stop Dheeraj Singh from pushing Gurpreet and Amrinder and all the rest. That's very well said, Dheeraj. Dheeraj, you say that there are many good goalkeepers in India, which you are absolutely right. What do you feel is the reason for so many good goalkeepers coming up in comparison to maybe some other positions? There are many goalkeepers, and in fact, all of the clubs have Indian goalkeepers in the Hero ISL.
Yeah, I feel like most of the clubs started playing Indian goalkeeper. That's a very important part. Like before, when ISL started in 5 years back, they played foreign goalkeeper, and now we have this opportunity. Like most of the clubs are playing with Indian goalkeeper. Obviously, for a goalkeeper, it is very important to play regularly and to gain confidence. And training and playing a match is totally different. When you play games, you learn a lot of things. Like training and playing is totally different. There are many situations that comes in the matches, so it's a good experience for every goalkeeper to keep on playing the game. And that's the reason I think many of the goalkeepers are coming up in a good standard. And even even when I was in the national team, we have a very good the youth national team. So we have a very good goalkeeper. Like we have Nawaz, we have Gill, and they are very good. And having a very healthy goalkeeper colleagues is obviously very good. Like you don't tend to get relaxed, because I as a player, I don't want to give away my place. So every day is a competition for me, and they push me every day. That's how I grow, and that's how we go together as a GK union.
GK Union, that's well said, but very good assessment, lovely assessment, Dheeraj. Mr. Malhar asks, who's your favorite European goalkeeper, Dheeraj?
My favorite would be Peter Cech.
Peter Cech. And any Indian goalkeeper if you want to pick up?
Gurpreet Pazi and Aminder Pazi for now.
Oh, that's being diplomatic. Okay, we give it to you, Gurpreet and Amrinder, for Dheeraj. What's the next question? Give me a sec. That's asked. Mr. Shayantan Banerjee has a question, and that's a question which many fans have also asked. Are you looking for opportunities outside India?
It is an obvious for every young player to have a dream of playing outside India in the bigger league. But I'm still young. I have a lot of time, and we have to accept the fact that I have lots of area where I need to improve and work on. So first of all, I have to concentrate on doing all these stuff first, and if by any chance, if I have any opportunities coming in, I'll grab it.
So definitely, why not? If any opportunities come up, he'll definitely be grabbing it, says Dheeraj. And good luck for all of that. The entire country waits for all Indian players to be going abroad and playing. Fan question from Mr. Sanjeev. And this is pertaining to the Asian Champions League, which just concluded in Goa. You came up with a stellar performance, player of in the team. The AFC accolades flew in. Means, were you desperate that you needed to make a mark, this being an international competition? Did you prepare yourself more for the ACL than any other competition? If you could take us through.
We all knew that all the teams would be very difficult and very strong, and we were aware of their performances. And just right after the ISL, I got called up for the senior national team, which was very important for me. When I heard, like, I didn't know that I got called up for the national team. The head coach of the FC Goa just messaged me in the morning. I found a message in the morning saying that, "Congratulations, Dheeraj, you got selected for the national team." And I was really happy. Just right after the ISL, and I had an opportunity to travel with the senior national team to UAE for the friendlies against Oman and UAE, and it was a kind of motivation for me. And I trained with Gurpreet Pazi and Aminda, and I was fit, mentally and physically fit. I didn't have rest time. Just after the national team camp, I report directly to Goa, and I was mentally and physically fit, and also like getting called up for the national team impact has given me a big impact to build my confidence. And the coach had our back, and he always give confidence to every player, and he often asks everyone not to take any pressure, just go out and play a normal game. That's what we did. We just went out and play our own game.
Definitely went out and play your own game, but there was huge praises from the rival coaches, and the profile of the coaches. Mr. Laurent Blanc was with Al Rayyan, coaching Al Rayyan, ex-Euro winner, ex-World Cup winner, Napoli, Barcelona, Inter, Manchester United, even coached France. Then there was Henkate Tenkartis with Al Wada. And I remember, I'm not aware whether my friends, followers, and fans did notice it or not on television. I was lucky to be at the ground. Dheeraj, owing to a small injury, was being replaced in the return leg match against Al Wada midway into the second half. And as he was being replaced, the rival coach Henkate Tenkartis, an ex-assistant Barcelona assistant coach to Frank Rijkaard, came all the way to the dugout of FC Goa, patted him on the back, said something to Dheeraj, and went back. Mind you, the match was still on. It was not after the match that someone congratulated the other. It was very rare. And in fact, we asked him in the post-match press conference, what prompted you to do so? And Mr. Henkate Tenkartis said that it's a huge talent for Indian football. I only hope he continues. He deserved it, and he earned it from me. And then he said, I'm not someone who praises the opponents much. God bless him, and let him continue the good work. What does all of that mean for Dheeraj Singh, who's 21?
I still remember I was not able to continue the game. Like, I got a hit on my throat, so I was not able to speak, and I was having a difficult time to speak. So I had no option. I have asked the staff to change, and I was walking all the way from the pitch, and he came towards me, and he gave his hand, and I second with him, and he gave me some good words. I still remember, and I was not able to speak because my throat were really paining. So I just reply him like thank you in a very low voice because I was not able to speak. And obviously it was a very good feeling, and I mean, getting praise from such a high profile and respected coach. But I was at the middle of something because I came out. I was disappointed because I was not able to continue the game. Above that, we were losing. So I feel good inside, deep inside. But yeah, really happy like to get a good words from a person like him.
You made us proud. We all are happy. Going back to the Asian Champions League ACL, FC Goa did put up a very good performance. What does it mean, not just for the club, for Indian football overall, that it's the manner of performances which FC Goa put in? What does it mean?
First of all, I still remember before the ACL started, I talked with few of my friends, and they often ask me, it's a part of joke, but still they often ask me, are you ready for the game? And I said, yeah, I'm ready. And they often ask me like, how many goals are you expected to concede? that was the expectation people were having on us, and we came up from nowhere, and we came up as a very strong team, and it was very difficult for any opponent to just come and score against us. We were very good, and we have a very strong discipline, and in the first and second game we were doing really good, and we made 2 draws in the first 2 games, and that builds the confidence to move forward for the remaining of the matches. So, and it shows how I mean what to say, like it shows the benefits of having ISL, and that's it.
So Indian club football has moved forward, you mean to say?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Indian club football has moved forward, definitely. Dheeraj says there are some comments coming in. Aditya Rathore says, huge supporter of yours as a goalkeeper. Who's your biggest motivation? Mr. Aditya Rathore asks.
Pardon me again?
Who's your biggest motivator?
First of all, my parents, because I still remember when I was very small, my parents were not very supportive. I had a very bad time to deal with these situations, and I still remember at a certain time I was not able to ask my parents to get me a pair of shoes, because they were not allowing me to get through these sports, and I'm not getting offended with them. As a parents, they want their children to do it in the future, and they're, honestly speaking, in our locality, we just have a few players who met in the big level. Like, namely, we have Samson, we have Subhas, and we have Udanta coming up at that time. And my parents were not very secure about my future, and because there are lots of bad influence in our neighbor. I mean, I'm not getting offended, but I'm saying, like, there are many bad examples in our area. So maybe that's the reason they feel insecure about my future. So they are not happy to get into this sports, and suddenly they started supporting me with the youth energy. So for me, my parents will be always my big motivation. And I want to add more points. Now we started playing football, and we have the huge responsibilities. I mean, we have the huge responsibilities to change the mentality of the parents. Once when I was small, my parents were scared to put me in the sports activities, and now we are playing. So we have a huge responsibility to change the mentality of the parents. And now when I got back home, I feel really nice when parents coming up and asking, what is the actual procedure to become a good professional footballer like you. Like, things are changing, so we have a huge responsibility, so we have to use.
That's Dheeraj Singh, the ambassador of football, obviously in his hometown back in Manipur, and also for India, wherein parents are now looking at him, taking examples of him and getting inspired by him, and they want to put in their kids into sport, be it any sport. And that's one of the first steps which we need to have build a sporting nation. Well done, Dheeraj. God bless the entire family, and regards to your parents from all in the Indian football family. Dheeraj, comment from Mr. Raghuraj. Dheeraj, aap India ka suraj. Kamlesh says, we are proud of you. Kamlesh the lone wolf says we are proud of you. Another fan question. Describe a modern day goalkeeper, Dheeraj. It all starts from the goalkeepers, from the back. The feet need to be, goalkeepers need to be very sublime with their feet, at the ball. How are you adjusting to it? Were you lucky that you got such training from the childhood? Take us through that.
In modern days, goalkeeping, the role and responsibilities of the goalkeeper has arisen. So we have a very, we have to be very good with our feet as well as our hands. So you can see, we have to have a proper vision. We have to be technically very good with the feet and with the legs. which is not easy. Like when you see people, goalkeeper playing from the back, it seems very easy, but actually it is not. You have a proper vision before you receive your pass, and your first touch has to be very good, and your pass has to be very good. So it's a big challenging. So I know I have to improve a lot on my footwork. So I'm working really hard on this, and I'm trying to catch up the things, and I'm really working hard to get adjust with this system.
How hard is a goalkeeper's job? Is it the hardest job on the field? Very often the goalkeepers are neglected, taken for granted. Oh, a goalkeeper is there, anyone can play. Means, does it hurt you any time that there's a kind of a dismissal theory among critics? Okay, not amongst all. I'm just asking a random generic question. The sentiment stays around the fans.
The job of the goalkeeper is very tough, to be honest. We have to be the fittest player, because it seems really easy when you see goalkeepers just making small saves, but you need to be very good with the positioning. Sometimes when we save a goal, it looks very easy, but there are small details which we need to carry on onto the pitch, positioning, eye on the ball, and sometimes like people just think that the job of the goalkeeper is just saving the goal. Now it's changing. So we are the first line of defense, first line of defense and first line of attack. So it's not a hard job. Don't take it very easy. So we need to be very mentally strong. Sometimes it's very easy. Like when we lose the game, like it's very easy to blame goalkeeper. Come on, he could have done this, he could have done that. Or we need a very strong mentality to fight with these critics.
Any exercises or meditation which you do? You speak about the mentality, which you are absolutely right, spot on. Any exercises, specific meditation on everything which you do for that?
I haven't done any kind of meditation so far, honestly speaking. I just try to deal with the situation according to it.
Definite. One last question before we move to the random questions, Dheeraj. The team is obviously supposed to leave for Qatar in a couple of days, day after. The fans, it was mixed results when we last played in March friendlies against Oman and UAE. So what can the fans expect from the qualifiers in June? Will those results have any impact for the matches in June, or are these entirely new matches?
My personal views, like last two games, last two friendly games against Oman and UAE, we have a very positive things. We have many young players getting into the pitch, making debuts, more than 10 players making debut. It's very positive things, and it's kind of motivation for me when I grow up playing with Suresh, Amarjit, Jackson, and when I see them playing, making debut for the senior national team, it's a kind of a motivation for me. Like, it's a very positive things personally for me. Like I've been waiting for this opportunity, but they have got it already. So it's a big motivation for me. And the last match against UAE was not good, to be honest. But we had enough time to recover ourselves mentally and physically. We had more than one and a half months to recover everything from the damage that we made it against UAE. And now we have opportunities in 2 weeks, so we have to grab this opportunity and we have to prove what we are capable of. And I think the boys are very aware of doing these things. So hopefully we hopefully we utilize this opportunity in the best way and make the people proud.
Surely we all wait for that. Some random questions before we let you go. You have answered this, your favorite goalkeeper. How do you spend your free time? C. Frost asked this question.
I spend my time talking with my friends and family, and sometimes I like driving, so I love spending time with my driving, and also I love so that's how I spend time.
Do you drive fast and break rules and jump traffic signals?
Maybe a few times, maybe, but maybe.
Drive safe. That's all what we can say. Any others? SCVS 120 asks, any other sport other than football which you play? You mentioned about cricket, but any other sport which you play, Dheeraj?
Yeah, I play many games. As I was very small, I mean, since I was very small, I love playing. I played almost every game. I played badminton. I played TT. I played basketball, volleyball. So, if I have to choose my second game, I will choose for badminton.
Next day we should be having a badminton game between you and Suresh.
I'm very good, and I saw him playing. He's very good.
So who's the better one, Suresh or yourself?
Maybe we have to fix a game.
We will, and very soon. We'll telecast it live.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Your favorite holiday destination, Dheeraj? By God's grace, you have been to many places all over the world.
It would be Paris.
Paris, lovely. Your current wallpaper on the phone?
That's a Puma.
Manuel J7 says, one day I'll score against you, play against you and score. Maybe he's your friend, I'm not aware, but Manuel wants to play and score against you, confident of scoring against you.
I'm looking forward to that day, and I'll try my best to stop you, and you try me scoring against me. Waiting for it.
Well said. Well said. Shubham says, if you are not a goalkeeper, which position would you like to play?
Maybe a defender, central defender.
Central defender says Dheeraj. Victor Mongil says the best goalkeeper is Dheeraj with some applauding signs comes from Victor. What are the questions? Mr. Pratik has requested you, Dheeraj, can you sing a song for all of us?
No, I'm not a good singer. but I can play this tabla. I'm good at playing this tabla, but I can't sing.
Oh, Acha, you play the tabla.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's very nice. Do continue it. How do you encourage yourself during when you are low or during bad times? What do you do? This is being asked by Soumya.
It's a very important question, and it's very hard to answer. Yeah, sometimes I speak with my friends and family to get away from the problems, and at the end it is me or it is you who have to solve your own problem. So we have to find a solution for that. And if I have a bad days with the footballs, sometimes I call my old coach and used to discuss the thing like, coach, these things are happening, things are not making out. What should I do? What has to be done? I discuss with the coach, and sometimes I watch the videos. Many videos, motivational videos, my good videos, and sometimes importantly I watch the failure videos of many great goalkeepers, and sometimes I push myself that if this great goalkeepers can make mistake, I'm still young. We have lots of time. And that's how I keep myself motivating, watching videos and all, and sometimes talking to the coach and talking to my parents, talking to my friends to get away of the problem.
Well said. Krishna Singh asks about your diet and also some guidance about diet from you to him.
Diet means during the season?
Off season, what do you eat? What's your intake, if you could just let all the fans know?
Honestly speaking, I'm in the learning process of this. Like usually in the breakfast I have oats, cut fruits, and fresh juice. This kind of things I have in breakfast. And in lunch and dinner I have quinoa, dal, salad, a boiled vegetable, and grilled chicken, and soup. That's what I have usually. That's what I usually have in the lunch and dinner.
You know what?
Yeah.
About all what you mentioned, I only have the chicken, but never grilled chicken. It's always spicy chicken.
I'm not a big fan of spicy chickens. I don't like spicy chickens.
We are, as staff, we are privileged, so we can still continue it. There's a question from. Understandable at your position. I'm just kidding. At your position, Dheeraj, you can't be. There's a question from Om Gunjal, and the question is: not all goalkeepers are tall. There are some even short height goalkeepers. How should they be approaching their game?
To be honest, I won't rate myself as a very, tall goalkeeper. I'm a short goalkeeper, I would say. And for a goalkeeper, you have to be very quick and you have to be very good in the positioning. You have to have what do you call? You have to be very fast and you have to have all those powers in your leg to jump and fly. So, and most importantly, the positioning is very important for a small goalkeeper. And
There also carry on.
pardon me, go again,
Carry
please.
on. You were saying something.
And importantly, you have to have a good power to lift yourself up in the air to fight against, tall strikers and tall defenders during the set pieces.
Definite. One question is coming in from lot many fans. Your experience at Motherwell, people, what do you say, asking about it. If you could share about what the experiences which you had out there.
Uh, uh, it was a good experience for sure, and I enjoy a lot training with the boys and with the club. And the most important thing that I have learned is the responsibility there. So remember when I was training with the Motherwell, I shared a dressing room with the under 23 players, but I train with the first team and under 23 both. And what they do is like the young players, under 22 players will carry all the equipments to the ground. They will clean up every stuff. And here in every professional club in India, we have someone to walk on those stuffs. And their players are very responsible, and that's what the biggest thing that I have learned from them.